Senator Young.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Iturregi, what a complex environment. As I've prepared for this hearing, I'm just struck by the enormous challenges there are going to be going forward to restore democratic rule in Haiti, which is relevant in light of its proximity to the Dominican Republic. Descent into lawlessness in the country has been amplified. Already there are dire problems with organized crime. The U.S. Embassy in Haiti now evacuated of non-essential personnel. Our embassy in the Dominican Republic will be all the more important. How do you plan to work with the Dominican government to ensure there's no spillover of conflict from Haiti?
Senator, as you know, being a U.S. Naval Academy graduate, we got to have boots on the ground and the diplomatic front. I'm going to borrow from Ambassador Jacobson. We need to approach the three-legged stool in tandem: security, economic development, and diplomacy. I am comforted that we finally have a U.S. ambassador on the ground in Port-au-Prince. It is a very complex situation. I've been to Haiti. I can give you my personal observation from 30 years monitoring Caribbean affairs. What we hopefully should not do is implement the same strategy expecting a different outcome.
Do you feel like there's a coordinated response across countries, certainly across within our government, but working with other governments as well, regionally? I'll just throw out a bit of the fact pattern here. So the Dominican Republic has sealed the island's shared border and airspace. The Bahamas has launched a naval blockade to keep Haitians from fleeing the crisis by boat. The UK has sent a warship to ward off anyone seeking refuge in Turks and Caicos. Florida has increased marine and aviation patrols. And then, even with all of this, drug and gun smuggling continue to be widely reported issues in Haiti. So, seems to me this can't be dealt with single-handedly by one ambassador. So, is there a broader effort that you think is coming together?
I believe there's a broader effort, and I'm personally hopeful that you all can make the appropriate decisions regarding the potential security, multinational security force on the ground. I can tell you Port-au-Prince at night goes dark. They don't have any power. This is before the crisis. So, for example, we need to peel the onion in little by little and figure out how to bring security because I feel for the Haitian people. They just want to live and breathe, right? So most of the Haitian people are unfortunately hostages to transnational crime organizations and gangs. And I believe it's in our national security interest to be there and play a very constructive and proactive role.
Would your counsel be to this committee that we should be focusing more assets in the region to combat illicit drug and arms trafficking?
Short answer, yes, but let me go back 25 years ago because you may have benefited from training or otherwise visiting Roosevelt Roads Naval Station in Puerto Rico. Ever since we closed that base, the Caribbean is open waters. That's the U.S. Caribbean border, including U.S. Virgin Islands and DR for that effect. Ever since we closed the base, the Caribbean became our very exposed third border.
And that's the naval not Coast Guard stations?
No, it used to be the largest Navy base outside the continental U.S. globally.
How do you think the U.S. Coast Guard, just to stick with that smaller but highly relevant and important service, how should the Coast Guard be increasing cooperation with Dominican counterparts to prevent increased drug and arms trafficking?
They are ramping up the efforts, and they have the results to show, both on illegal drug interdiction and illegal immigration. And but we need to do it also on the other side, which is the Haitian Navy has no ships. We recently gave them an old Coast Guard cutter. In the Dominican Navy, I understand from what I read, again, I haven't been fully briefed, but I understand that we have a very robust and growing cooperation and collaboration dynamic there.
Thank you, sir. Chairman.
Thank you.
Chairman Cardin.